Hi, my name's Tyler Ford in Tucson, Arizona with eXp Realty. My wife Mimi and I have been investing in long-term rental properties in Tucson for over 30 years. We've never done an Airbnb, but have always been intrigued with the short-term rental model and the income potential. I've represented real estate investors to help them find and buy properties for short-term rentals and have been blown away by the numbers they've shared with me, especially in the summer months that a short-term rental can be profitable in the heat of Tucson during the summer months. In February of 2022, we bought a property that we did a complete demo, remodel, and fully furnished it. We've now been a short-term rental since May of 2022. We have a 5-star rating on Airbnb and have earned Superhost on Airbnb. We are documenting the journey and doing a case study to compare a short-term rental versus a long-term rental and what it's like to host on Airbnb, plus share all the things we've learned along the way. Please subscribe to our channel to continue to follow our short-term rental Airbnb journey. Hello and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection. My name's Tyler Ford with eXp Realty. And for those that have been watching the case study on the Airbnb, I just want to thank you up front for watching and also being a subscriber to my channel. But each and every month I've been doing a video and comparing a long-term rental versus a short-term rental and the numbers. And we're about 6 months into it. It's too soon to tell, but we're heading into the busy season and the numbers are starting to look really, really good. So each and every month, share the numbers with you and talk about what we learned for that month. And I also encourage you to go back to the previous episodes of the Airbnb case study that we've done. And each and every month, again, I talk a little bit about some of the mistakes, the good, the bad, the ugly, and what we learned. So I'm going to dive on into it. These numbers are for October, even though this video is in November. I reconciled the account and I'm going to go over the numbers for October 2022. Before I dive into the numbers for October, I want to go over the key takeaways for October and what we learned. And I've talked a little bit about this in previous videos, the case study videos that I've done. And that is, it's really important that if a guest were to check out today, you want to have the cleaning crew scheduled and ready to go for the same day that a guest is checking out. And our checkout time is 11 a.m. And again, you want to have somebody come in and clean so you're ready to go. Because what we're finding is that because of the economy, inflation, prices of gas, people's pocketbooks are being pinched and people are tending not to be booking as far out as they normally are in terms of planning vacations. And a lot of these bookings that we're getting are last minute bookings. So you want to be ready to go, because we've had a couple situations where a guest is leaving, we don't have anybody booked, and then at the last minute we get a booking that day and it's got to be ready. So my wife and I have had to jump in and clean if we don't have our cleaning people scheduled that day. And the nice thing is we've been using an application online that we found. It's called Turnover B&B. And the cool thing about it is it's all automated. You can have several different cleaning people and backups if your primary cleaning person can't show up. So that tool's been it's been awesome, and especially if we're going out of town. That way we can get everything scheduled to do the turnover. And the other thing that we've actually been doing to actually put more money in our pocket, going into the Airbnb that we did, one of the things that was really important to us was to have a property that was really close to my office and then also where we live. We're on the east side of Tucson, and we're within 5 minutes to the townhome. So what we've also started to do is do some of the turnover ourselves, and as a result, we're putting an extra $150 in our pocket. So there's sometimes if we're going to be in town, town and we don't have a super busy schedule, we'll actually do the turnover ourselves and put an extra $150 in our pocket. So again, the key takeaway is just always make sure that your Airbnb is ready to go because a lot of the bookings that we're getting are last minute bookings or even same day bookings. So that's the key takeaway for this month. So let's dive on into the numbers for October 2022. And October turned out to be a pretty good month, one of our better months, but I was a little nervous at the beginning of the month because I think we only had one booking starting in the month of October, and then things started to fill up. And again, a lot of our bookings came like last minute, within a day to 3 to maybe even 4 days. So things kind of came together. Even though I was a little nervous at the beginning of the month, it turned out to be a decent month, one of our most profitable months so far. So I'm going to break down the numbers and let you know what we did in the month of October. So our total net income for the month of October was $3,158.37. We had total expenses, which I'll break down, of $1,664.47, and our total net income for the month was $1,664.47. So breaking down the expenses, we had dues and subscriptions of $19.99 to Price Labs, and go look at some of my other videos where I talk about Price Labs. It's been a game changer in terms of maximizing our profits. It treats your property like a hotel where it recognizes supply and demand and maximizes your profits. And when we first started our property on Airbnb, we had a lot of bookings right out of the gate for January, February, March of 2023. And one of the reasons was I was way underpriced and left quite a bit of money on the table. And had I been with Price Labs at the beginning, I think we would have put an extra maybe $2,500, $3,000, maybe $4,000 in our pocket as a result of pricing the property different. So the $19.99 for Price Labs is well worth the expense. And then property taxes, $126.98. Interest expense on the mortgage, $501.98. Utilities, which I'll break those down, $310.76. Insurance, $72.19. House cleaning, $462. Total expenses, $1,493.90, for again a total net income of $1,664.47. So now I'm going to go over the utility costs and break those down. So City of Tucson, which is the electric, we have no gas. And the month of October is usually a pretty good month for utilities here in Tucson, just because you're not running the AC a whole lot, and it's not cold enough for heat yet. So our total electric bill was $62.85. And then Cox, that's for the internet and for the cable. We pay a little bit more because I'm running wireless to the TVs, so there's not a bunch of cords. So the Cox internet and cable bill was $221.44. And then Vivint Security was $26.47. I've touched on this too in previous videos. It's well worth it because you can regulate and monitor the thermostat from your phone. So when people check out or leave, you can shut the air conditioning and or the heater off. You can set minimums and maximums so people can't abuse it. There's a touch pad at the door so people can do keyless check-in. And then also we've got a camera, a Ring camera on the front so we can see what's coming in and out, just to monitor in case something weird's going on. So total utilities, $310.76. So the month of October turned out to be a pretty solid month. And as we head into November, December, January, February, March, April, and May, things are looking really good, to where I think we're going to have some months where our net income is going to be $4,000 plus or minus. So we're excited about the next, I'd say 4 to 5 months. And again, it's too soon to tell, but things are looking good in terms of the case study and whether or not it's worth doing an Airbnb versus a long-term rental and what the numbers look like. So we'll continue each and every month doing this until we've done it for a year, and then we'll reflect on, again, whether the extra effort is worth the profit. Well, that wraps up this month's case study of our Airbnb for October 2022. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below. And if you're one that's contemplating buying a rental property, and whether you want to do a short-term rental versus long-term rental, or maybe even you have a long-term rental that you're thinking about converting over to an Airbnb, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below. If you got value out of this video and liked it, go ahead, give me an internet high five by liking the video. And for more awesome videos about living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection, you can subscribe to the channel. And you can also hit that bell, which will notify you every time a new video is put out. But again, just want to thank you for watching. And if you're a subscriber of the channel, really appreciate you. And in the meantime, make it a great day.